You don't watch history. You become it. Today, you are Hannibal Barca, the man who made Rome bleed. But you are not Rome's greatest enemy because you hate Rome. You are Rome's greatest enemy because Rome helped create you. You are not born as a monster at the gates. You are born as a boy in the shadow of defeat. Before you ever command armies, before elephants cross mountains, before Roman mothers whisper your name to frighten children, you inherit a wound. Carthage has lost. Rome has won. And your father, Hamilcar Barca, does not forget. You grow up in a world where defeat is not history. It is the air in your house. It sits at the dinner table. It sharpens every conversation. It teaches you that peace can be another form of humiliation. When the winner writes the terms, Rome has taken power, territory, pride, and gold. But it has not taken memory. Your father carries that memory like a blade. He is not just raising a son. He is shaping an answer. When you are still a child, he takes you to the altar. The flames move. The gods watch. The future waits. You are too young to understand the full weight of the moment. Old enough to feel that your life is being claimed by something larger than yourself. You swear never to be a friend of Rome. Not as a slogan, not as a childish promise, as a destiny. From that moment, your life belongs to a war that has not fully begun. Years pass. You learn Spain, soldiers, roads, tribes, supply lines, fear, loyalty, and command. You do not become great because you dream of glory. You become great because your father teaches you that survival belongs to those who understand movement. Armies are not just numbers. Armies are hunger, weather, language, terrain, pride and panic. Men do not follow a general only because he gives orders. They follow because he makes them believe that the impossible has already begun, and that becomes your gift. You do not simply fight battles. You attack certainty. Rome believes it understands war. Rome believes discipline will always defeat daring. Rome believes Italy is safe because the sea, the Alps, and common sense protect it. So you choose the one road Rome does not expect, the impossible one. You march from Iberia toward Italy with soldiers, cavalry, supplies, and war elephants. The plan sounds insane because it is. You are not just invading Roman territory. You are invading Roman imagination. The Alps rise before you like a wall built by the gods. Cold cuts through armor. Snow blinds the path. Rocks fall. Men slip. Animals scream. Tribes attack from above. Every step costs something. Every day, your army becomes smaller. Soldiers who survive battles now die to cliffs, ice, hunger, and exhaustion. A normal commander would turn back. A sensible commander would turn back. But you are not trying to prove that the road is easy. You are trying to prove that Rome is not safe. So you keep moving. When you finally descend into Italy, you are wounded, weakened, and half broken. But you have already won the first battle without drawing a sword. You have appeared where Rome believed no army could appear. Fear enters Italy before you do. Then the fighting begins. At Trebia, you strike through cold river in confusion. Rome learns that you do not fight the way they expect. At Lake Trasimene, you turn the landscape itself into a weapon. Fog, hills, water, and timing become part of your army. Roman soldiers march into death before they understand they are inside a trap. Rome bleeds, but Rome does not break. That is the first terrible truth you learn. Most enemies collapse after humiliation. Rome adapts. Rome absorbs pain. Rome turns defeat into discipline. Every army you destroy seems to produce another army. Every victory you win forces Rome to become more dangerous, so you prepare something they will remember forever. Cannae. The field is dust, heat, confidence, and arrogance. Rome comes with numbers. Rome comes with weight. Rome comes believing that enough force can crush any problem directly in front of it. You give them exactly what they want. Your center bends backward. Roman soldiers push forward, believing they are winning. They do not realize the shape of the battle is changing around them. Your cavalry strikes. Your flanks close. The Roman army walks deeper and deeper into the mouth of your design. Then the jaws shut. Cannae becomes slaughter. Not chaos, not accident. Design. Rome suffers one of the most devastating defeats in its history. Senators, officers, citizens, allies, thousands upon thousands are cut down. The Republic is not merely beaten, it is humiliated. For a moment, history holds its breath. Will Rome fall? Will the great city open its gates? Will Hannibal finish what he began? But this is where your victory turns into a curse. You can defeat Roman armies. You cannot force Rome to surrender its soul. You stand in Italy with glory behind you and uncertainty ahead. Some expect you to march on Rome immediately. Others know the truth is more difficult. You have no siege engine strong enough for the city. Your army is far from home. Reinforcements are uncertain. Allies hesitate. The same victory that makes you legendary also reveals the limits of what you can actually hold. This is the cruelest part of command. Winning a battle is not the same as winning a war. You remain in Italy for years. A storm Rome cannot remove. You move, strike, survive, persuade, threaten, and wait. Cities consider joining you. Some do. Many do not. They fear Rome, even after Rome bleeds. That is Rome's real power. Not that it never loses, but that people believe it will survive long enough to punish them later. And slowly the war changes. Rome stops trying to defeat you in the way you want to be defeated. They avoid your traps. They cut supply. They attack Carthage's power elsewhere. They send commanders who learn patience. They begin to understand that if they cannot destroy Hannibal directly, they can destroy the world that supports him. You are still brilliant. But brilliance needs food. Brilliance needs money. Brilliance needs allies. Brilliance needs a homeland that understands what the war requires. And Carthage hesitates. That may hurt more than Roman steel. You gave everything to the struggle. You crossed mountains no one thought could be crossed. You turned Roman confidence into terror. You won victories future generals will study for centuries. And still, your own city does not fully give you what you need, so you wait inside your own legend. Winning, surviving, but not finishing. Then Rome sends a different kind of enemy. Scipio. He is younger, patient, and dangerous because he learns. He does not just hate you, he studies you. He understands that Rome cannot defeat Hannibal by pretending Hannibal is ordinary, so he attacks Carthage itself. Now the war comes home. You are recalled from Italy, the land where you became a nightmare. After years of making Rome tremble, you must leave without having taken the city. Imagine that bitterness. To come so close to history's throat, then be pulled away before the final cut. You return to defend Carthage. At Zama, you face Scipio. This is no longer the young commander descending from the Alps. You are older now. The war has taken years from you. Your army is not the same army that crossed into Italy. Your enemies have learned. The Romans no longer panic at what once terrified them. Even the elephants, those living symbols of shock and power, cannot decide the day for you. Scipio opens lanes. Roman discipline holds. Your lines are pressed, broken, and defeated. For the first time, the legend bends. You lose, not because you were a fool, not because Rome was always smarter, but because Rome endured longer than any enemy should have endured. Because Rome learned. Because Rome could lose armies and still produce more. Because Carthage could create a Hannibal, but could not always support him. Zama ends the dream. Carthage survives, but not as an equal. Rome rises. The future moves toward the empire you spent your life trying to stop. But even after defeat, Rome still fears you. That may be the clearest proof of what you were. A defeated man should be harmless. An old enemy should be allowed to fade. But Rome remembers the boy who became a general. The general who crossed the Alps. The commander who shattered armies. The name that made the Republic doubt itself. You continue to serve, reform, flee, advise, and resist. Rome follows your shadow across the Mediterranean. Even when you no longer command the army at Cannae, you remain a problem. Finally, cornered and old, you choose not to become a Roman trophy. If Rome wants your body, it will not have it alive. You take poison, not as victory, not as glory, as refusal. Rome can defeat your city. Rome can rewrite the war. Rome can call you cruel, dangerous, foreign, and doomed. But Rome cannot make you kneel in chains. And that is why your name survives. You did not destroy Rome. You failed. That is the uncomfortable truth. You won some of the greatest battles in military history and still lost the war. You made Rome bleed but not die. You became a nightmare, but not the final one. And yet, centuries later, Rome's greatest enemy is still your name. Not because you conquered the Republic. You did not, but because you proved it could be hurt. You showed the world that Rome was not a god. It was a machine, powerful, disciplined, relentless, but breakable. And maybe that is why Rome never truly escaped you. Because every empire fears the person who teaches others that fear can change sides. So now the question belongs to you. Was Hannibal the greatest general who ever failed? Or the only man who came close enough to make Rome panic? Was he betrayed by Carthage, defeated by Rome, or destroyed by the impossible size of his own ambition? And if you had stood before the Alps, knowing the cold, hunger, and death waiting above, would you have turned back? Comment below, because every legend begins with someone choosing the road everyone else calls madness. And remember, you don't watch history, you become it. Today, you were Hannibal.